Time now for the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Thursday the 1st of June. Liverpool Crosby, northeast 1, 8 miles, 1027, rising more slowly.
Takes Mercury 88 days to get round the sun, so a year is 88 days. But it takes 176 days to turn on its axis, so a day is 176 days. Or 2 Mercury years. Imagine that. Every day takes 2 years. Imagine what you could get done. And Venus? Venus spins backwards, so your day goes backwards. That could be handy, couldn't it? I've got 2 hours between my first 2 carer sessions. 2 Garston hours, that is. I'm just logging in, Arthur. Pablo looks cheerful today. I'll get him some budgie food after we've had our breakfast, shall I?
He's not a budgie, you know. He's just never a finch.
2 hours isn't enough for me to get home. If I go shopping or sit in a cafe, I'll only spend me money. So this is what I do. I get the 86 at Arthur's bus stop, stay on it right the way around the route. It's warm, it's safe, and it gets me back here just in time. Longest way round is the quickest way home. Everything orbits something. Electrons go round the nucleus, moon goes round the earth goes round the sun goes round and round the Milky Way. And me? I'm in orbit around Arthur. These are my 0 hours. Once around the city on my trio card. Do you have to have a tie?
Yeah, can't report for duty without a tie. It's against regulations.
I'm supposed to make a note of everything I do with Arthur. Combed his hair, had a chat, all of that. But what I do with my 0 hours, I don't have to note that down. Nothing I do needs to be noted. It's like those hours don't happen. Like I jump from 9:30 to 11:15. Like, it doesn't work like that. Everywhere in the universe tick swallows talk. Friday buries Thursday. Take the 86. First ride of the day is at 7:30. Term time trio. School kids, nurses heading for the Royal on their weekly trio. I know their faces because they're on the same bus every day. Nearer to town, it's the daily Saveways. People who are just going to town for the day. By the time we leave town, we're off peak. Over 60s card. 1 minute you're on a bus full of kids. The next you're on a bus full of pensioners. It's like, bam, the whole world got older. When I see him staring like that, I know he's not looking at the walls. He can see the past. He can see the sea. Everything depends on how you look at it. Okay, I'm orbiting Arthur on the 86, but the 86 is on a planet that's orbiting the sun, like Venus, like Mercury, like Jupiter, which is a gas giant, by the way. It's got no surface, nothing solid, everything floating and lurching, and the air is colours. Travelling on Jupiter's like walking 5 miles home from Ladies' Day in heels. And it spins dead fast. So fast that the top and the bottom of Jupiter are flat and the sides spread out. The hours spin by. It must be like living inside a NutriBullet. The hours buzz past you. 0 hours on the 86 would be like sitting on the Pepsi Max. All that's going on while I'm on the 86. 0 hours. There's no such thing as a 0 hour. Not in the whole solar system. Not much of a view, is it, Arthur? Not what you're used to, eh? Shall I read you the shipping, Arthur? Wind west-northwest 15 knots, gusting to 20 knots occasionally. High tide 9:13 hours. North Lagan Ferry out of Belfast, North Liffey Ferry out of Dublin, P&O out of Dublin, the Pluto timber ship out of Archangel.
That's mine.
Arthur used to be a Mersey pilot. He brought the big ships out of the sea safely into the docks. His timetable was the tide. You can't get a trio for the phases of the moon. When he sits in his chair, when he looks like that, he's still feeling them. The tide and the moon. All his days of his life he'll feel them, because all the days in a life are worth a note. There's no such thing as a 0 hour.
Mountains on the port side, and just off the starboard bow, we've got it.
Zero hours. There's no such thing.
Time now for the shipping forecast issued by the Met Office on behalf of the Maritime and Coast Guard Agency at 0015 on Thursday the 1st of June. Liverpool Crosby, northeast 1, 8 miles, 1027, rising more slowly. Valencia, southeast by south, calm, 24 miles, 1026, rising slowly. Forties, Cromarty, 4th, Tyne, Dogger. North 5 to 7, decreasing 4 later except in Tyne and Dogger. Rain or showers, fog patches later in Forties and Cromarty. Moderate or good, occasionally very poor later in Forties and Cromarty. Lundy, Fastnet, Irish Sea, Shannon, Rockhall, Malin, Hebrides. Northeast 4 or 5, occasionally 6 except in Shannon. Fair, good.